welcome to Move Well, Live Well. We've been getting a number of people coming in here with issues with their low back and or their mid-back. And what we're finding with these folks is they're having difficulty twisting. So their range of motion with twisting, so in other words, their feet planted and their hips planted, and their ability to twist their torso and low back is limited. They can only get to a certain range, and then they can't quite get to where they need to go. So what they do is they can pull out, their back goes out or their mid-back goes out simply because they're trying to reach too far, but yet they don't have that range. So then they get a back tweak. So here's a couple of things that you can do to help increase your range with twisting. So in a door jamb or in a rack like this, you can do it standing. So what you do is you plant your feet and you make sure your hips are nice and square forward, and you do that draw-in maneuver. If you're unfamiliar with the drawing-in maneuver, there's a video I just did with core exercises, or what the core means, how to strengthen the core. And you can go to that video to help do that. But drawing in really essentially is you kind of you put your finger on your belly button and you draw in the belly button, and it tightens this area up a little bit. So you do that maneuver, and then you can use the door jamb to allow for twisting, keeping the feet forward, twisting. And you can even do a contract relax. So when you get to your end range here, you can kind of resist, and then relax, resist, relax. What I mean by resist is you contract trying to go the other way. So I'm rotating to my right, and as I'm rotating my right here, I'm going to contract to my left, and then I can get more further right, if you can see that. Same thing, you're going to go over here, and you can see here, I'm rotating to my left, so this is counterclockwise, going to my left, and then I can contract, pretending I'm going to the right, and then I can get more range. I don't know if you saw that. Contract, get more range. And what that does, it allows for better rotation in the low back, as well as in the thoracics, in your mid-back. So that way, if you got to go reach for something behind you, or whatever it is, it's just easier to get in those positions and you don't tweak your back. Another thing that you can do is what we call windmills. You can do it standing. So you're going to be standing in this position too. You're going to draw in a little bit. So you're going to stabilize the lumbar spine. So a little bit of drawing in. And again, your feet are planted. And what you're doing, you're going to hip hinge. So hip hinge, you're going to draw in, you're going to hip hinge. So you're going to hinge at the hip. A lot of people, they'll hinge in the low back. This is not what I'm talking about. You're hinging at the hip. You can see my back stays flat as I do this. So the knee bends, the hip hinges, and now I can use my feet as a support. So I'm going to be pushing here, and then I'm rotating. So I'm pushing here, and I'm rotating upwards. Like that. Same thing. So I can push off the right foot with my right hand, and then I'm reaching back this way. And you'll find that one side sometimes is a little tighter than the other side. These are called windmills. As you can see, I'm making a type of windmill with this. And it seems like my left is a little tighter. Going left is a little harder, more difficult than going this way for me. See, I got more range this way, but then here, it's a little bit harder. And again, I can do a contract relax where I'm trying to contract, and I get a little more. Do a contract relax, and get a little more. So that is your windmill. You can even do windmills seated. So if you follow me over here, you could be sitting at your desk at work or whatever it may be. You could do windmills at your desk. Make sure you move out from your desk, because otherwise you'll end up smashing into things. But again, you can bend over. So you're hinging at the hip again. You're keeping your back flat. You're hinging at the hip, right? So you're hinging at the hip, keeping the back flat, and then you can use this and press up. Use this hand, press this way. So you can do it seated as well. So Again, those three. You can be in a door jamb or in a rack. You can do these. You can do it static. You can do it dynamic, where you're moving back and forth through it. Dynamic is moving back and forth. You can do it static. You can do it contract, relax. Again, you can do it standing, and then you're hip hinging here. Hip hinging, and you're doing these. You can do it seated. And you can even do kind of like this in a door jamb. Put a chair here. Let me grab this real quick. So you can sit here, and then in the door jamb, and then you can do it this way. And then you can do a contract, relax, relax, get a little more range. Same thing over here, contract, relax, and you get a little more range that way. So this is a great way to increase your ability to twist, so that way you don't get that tweak in the low back or in the mid back that so many people get when they're trying to reach behind them. So if you have any questions with this video, please leave them down in the comment section below. We thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and share. And when you hit subscribe, make sure you hit that bell notifications button so that way you don't miss any future videos coming up here. Anyway, we thank you for watching. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.